Are you inspired by lighting design? Do you love seeing how good lighting design can completely transform a space? Or even more, that light can in fact be the main feature of an interior. In fact, without light, even the most beautiful interior space cannot be properly experienced. Until quite recently, lighting has been seen merely as a necessity, something we need to see by. However, scientific studies show that lighting quality affects our mental and physical health. It impacts our productivity, and it can even affect how we behave in an environment. As more and more people are becoming aware of these benefits, and particularly businesses, the demand for skilled lighting designers has been growing fast. Additionally, the lighting industry is closely linked to technology, and that is just one of the reasons why the lighting industry has undergone massive changes in the last few years. This industry is evolving at a rapid rate, and that means there are lots of opportunities available for good lighting designers. There has never been a better time for you to get into lighting design. If what you've heard and seen so far inspires you, then you may be a good candidate for our professional certificate course in lighting design. This is the only course of its kind, and it's ideal if you would like to pursue a career in lighting design, or if you'd like to enhance your existing job role or services. Many professionals in fields such as interior design and architecture will also use this course for the benefit of CPD. Ordinarily, lighting design can be a highly technical and specialised subject, combining electrical knowledge and engineering with design skills. However, you don't need to become a lighting engineer to create great interior lighting schemes. What you do need is a firm understanding of all the components of a lighting system and how to weave them together so you can create lighting schemes that are practical, economical, and of course aesthetically pleasing. Most of the current training in lighting design is highly theoretical, with a focus on technical data such as photometric charts and beam spreads. Understanding this information is important, but it's even more important that you gain the skills and knowledge to create fantastic lighting schemes. You also need the vocabulary and confidence to communicate professionally with clients, colleagues, and architects in ways that each audience understands. This lighting design course has been designed to teach you exactly that. You will learn the fundamentals of lighting design in everyday language, yet you'll also gain a sufficiently firm understanding of technical data so you can justify your design solutions in a manner that is informed and persuasive. There's a lot of information in this course, and we recommend you go through the prospectus to get a full picture of what's involved. For now, here's an overview of what you can expect to discover. The first lesson of this course is called Understanding Light. Light is not something that we actually see, it is what we see by, so it's actually quite abstract and intangible. But we also know it has a significant influence on our perception of the environment and whether or not our visual experience is pleasant. How is it then that something as ethereal as light can impact us so significantly? And more importantly perhaps, how can it be adjusted and manipulated to enhance our experiences so that we can reap the benefits? The answer lies in a basic understanding of what exactly light is and how we perceive it. Topics covered include the following: daylighting techniques, how to work with and enhance natural light, an introduction to whole building design so that you can coordinate lighting design with other building systems, adaptation levels, understanding the way the human eye adapts to different light levels, glare, how it occurs and how to avoid it, colour and light, understanding the connection between colour and light and how different types of light affect colour rendition or how a colour appears, selecting lamps. You'll explore the various types of bulbs, their lighting types, uses and recommendations, and successful lighting schemes. You'll learn to identify the differences between good and bad lighting designs. The next section is all about lighting effects and how to achieve them. Lighting can be skillfully used to make a space appear smaller or larger, and it can highlight decorative details and draw attention away from unwanted areas. Different bulbs can drastically affect the way that colour appears, but the type of fittings will also determine how light is dispersed within an interior, and whether or not the result is a warm glow or an uncomfortable glare. Effective lighting can create a variety of moods and atmospheres that can be immediately changed with the flick of a switch, and in this context, it's easy to understand how a lighting scheme can make or break any interior design. Just as we have many moods and numerous tasks to perform throughout the course of a normal day, our lighting requirements will also change throughout the day. These are the most commonly recognized and critical factors in designing any lighting scheme. but they're still just some of the details to consider when you're designing a lighting system for maximum impact. In this section of this course, you'll discover the various types of lighting effects and how to mix and match them to suit each client's unique requirements. Topics covered include categories of lighting, explore the different types of lighting effects and how to achieve them. Lighting fixtures, understand how fixtures disperse light and how to use them practically in your lighting designs. Flexible lighting design, learn how to develop lighting designs that adapt with the user's needs and mood. Planning lighting effectively, learn how to assess the characteristics of a space so that you can design a lighting scheme that is effective and appropriate for long-term client satisfaction. Lighting controls and switches are critical components of any lighting system that are often overlooked by novice designers. For example, the convenience of turning off the main light without having to get out of bed is a relatively simple one, but it's just one of those little details that makes life more comfortable on an everyday basis. Similarly, the ability to turn on all the lamps in a room with a single flick of a switch is preferable to switching on each lamp individually. While these examples may be simple, they illustrate how a little thought and planning can increase our comfort significantly, yet these details must be considered at the outset. A good lighting design will take into account how the occupants of a building will live and function within a space, and all the components of that design will be carefully selected to create a lighting system that is pleasing to operate as it is to enjoy. Designing a lighting system for ease of use is not rocket science. It simply requires knowledge of the types of switches and control systems available, along with careful consideration as to how your clients will interact with their environment. Once you learn about the essential components of a lighting system, then you can combine them to create unique lighting systems that cater for your clients' individual requirements. On this course, you'll discover control mechanisms, explore the variety of switches and trigger mechanisms and how to use them appropriately. Assessing client requirements, how to use a simple questionnaire to determine your client's wants and needs, some of which they may not even be aware of themselves. Attention to detail, learn how a little forethought can result in seemingly small differences that result in referrals and recommendations. Selecting hardware and finishes, how to select and place the components from an aesthetic perspective and in a way that meets all regulations. You'll finish off the course by looking at design communication. Once you've mastered the knowledge and skills taught throughout this course, you'll undoubtedly be able to develop your ability to create amazing new lighting schemes and effects. However, like any good idea, great design is no good if it simply remains inside your head. The final step to creating a successful lighting design is to develop and produce a set of clear instructions so that the design can be implemented according to your vision. Specification documents can appear quite technical and may be daunting when you're not familiar with them, but they are simply a set of instructions that very precisely indicate what you want installed and where the various components should be positioned. However, to be truly effective, specifications must appeal to an architect's sense of professionalism and technical accuracy, yet still be simple enough for the contractor on site to clearly understand your intentions. Getting this balance right is not difficult once you know how, and our simple formula for creating foolproof specifications and lighting plans will show you how to produce these documents so that work can be carried out even if you are not on site to oversee. Topics covered include architectural drawings, how to interpret and work with architectural plans and elevations. Reflected ceiling plans, we'll show you how to create them and we'll also give you a shortcut to create professional working drawings on the fly. Wiring and switching plans, what you need to know and what you should avoid. Specifications, the easy way to create clear instructions so your lighting designs are implemented accurately. And finally, professional presentation, so that you can create client briefs that sell your ideas and your professionalism. I'm sure you can already see that this is an in-depth course, and if you learn everything we've just described, you should be fully prepared to work in the lighting design industry, which is currently growing at a rapid pace. The beauty of enrolling on one of our courses is that we are the only course provider to guarantee what you will learn when you successfully complete one of our courses. We've trained thousands of people to become successful designers, and we're good at what we do. And that's why we're prepared to offer a full money-back guarantee. And it's not based on what we cover in the course or what we teach, but what you will actually learn. So if you don't learn everything that we've described in the prospectus when you complete one of our courses, you'll be entitled to a full refund, plus you keep the award. How can we make this kind of guarantee? Simple, because we know that by the time you have successfully completed this course, you will achieve everything we have just described and more. You really have nothing to lose and so much to gain. So if you're ready to shine as a lighting designer, enroll today. You won't regret it.